My neighborhood is such madness. Just trying to get from my door or the outside to the street up here, and it's like an obstacle course, like a never-ending obstacle course of people and automobiles. It feels very Truman Show-esque. It's weird. It's like sometimes I feel like the people were just waiting for when I come out to like take their places and do their, their scripted moves and stuff. It really does feel like that. I know that's not what's going on, but it does feel like that a lot. I used to get really frustrated with people. Over time, it's like I'm just like, all right, whatever is happening here, do what you have to do. And a lot of times I just stop and just wait. Like, especially if I see some nonsense, like, going through the same door, or if I was trying to get through a small area, and all these people coming from all different places to do the same thing I'm doing at the exact same time. I used to get all flustered, like, what the fuck? Because no one wants to give you space, They're just like, people aren't asked. Unless you smoke. Oh shit, I forgot. That could be why. No wonder I'm having such a hard time. I have a cigarette in my mouth. When I have a cigarette in my mouth, things go way, way simpler, because people part like the Red Sea when they see you. And they, you get a lot of disapproving looks and negative, vibes heading your way, but I don't mind that at all. I'd rather have that than then try and crawl in my shorts. Which, there's no in between. There's no in between. Let me light one of these up so I can have some space. Yeah, I was stranded on the corner there. Just by, by circumstance of the way people move. And cars as well. I make the mistake sometimes of giving people the right of way, like, oh, I'll just, this guy's trying to pull out of his house. I think that's where we picked up just now. That, where I was standing with the car pulling out, I was walking up the street and he saw me coming, so he wanted to get out before I got to him. So he starts backing the car up, so I'm like, oh, whatever, just let him go. But then he decides he wants to talk to the broad in the fucking driveway. So now he's doing that. So now I go to walk, and then he's like, no, I am leaving. And tries to pull it again. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I just stood there. That's when I fired it up. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, I don't think that way. Actually, I don't have a lot in common with the way most people think, I guess. I always try to defer, especially when it comes to like people in cars, mainly because I don't trust them. I'm not going to bring up my situation with walking in cars because I've done it so many times. But in case you're new here, I've been hit 3 times by cars walking in this area. Yeah, it's not the best place for driving. As absent-minded as the people are that, you may see me run into walking around, take that and put it behind several tons of steel and let the fear set in. No, I'm not afraid. There's no fear. You can never fear, That's the thing the Bible says not to do the most. Do not fear. There's nothing to fear here. It is just a little thing. Like I was going this morning talking about the possibility of living in a little season. Whether we are or not, the situation remains. The spiritual war is the same. It doesn't change. It's 2 diametrically opposed forces that are battling for your attention and your soul, really. I mean, it's your spirit, your energy, your frequency, whatever you want to call it. Oh, much better not get a cigarette in my hand. It's like putting a shield on. Speaking of shields, I don't normally do that anymore. Like when I leave the house, put them on because I just have the running in the background thing going on. But I have to refresh that because sometimes running in the background, even if you say like it's just going to be like this all the time, I've noticed sometimes it doesn't always, it's not always doing, like it doesn't always stay. I don't know what that is. Maybe it requires more attention. I don't know. Kind of a lot of people out for like, what is it, Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon. I really love that Target got in there. Fucking love Target. Like I don't waste enough money as it is. I would be fucking in. I'd be spending it all there. I'd wake up in the morning and go over there, and then not, you know, that would be my budget for the day. I don't have a budget, but I just try to keep it in my mind. I mean, I of course have a limit, you know, in my mind of what, you know, because you space it out to paydays. Like, all right, I could go a little crazy today if maybe tomorrow I chill out a little bit. But the thing is, like here, it's like, man, just even little errands, like just walking from one place to another, I end up wasting so much money. I'm not wasting spending. You want to get a drink? It's like, oh, it's $5 at the least, just to get a can of anything that's not soda. I don't drink soda. Haven't in a long time. Although I was drinking Red Bull. I recently quit that. That was something that was going on for a couple of years. Had to stop that though. It's carbonated. Yeah, so the little season thing, it's crazy. When I was watching those guys today and all the different points or reason they think that we're in it. And you know, there's more compelling evidence, I think, on that side, because when you look at Revelation and the environment that leads up to it, which it seems like they're trying to manufacture on a large scale, the main bad guy players, and it's playing out pretty much, you know, how it says in the script, but the effects of it are negligible. I mean, I don't know, I say it all the time, but does this look like the final days? I don't know, it kind of doesn't. It doesn't feel like it either. You know, now this is a tourist area, so people are here on vacation for the most part, but even in the throes of the pandemic, it was just like this, you know? I mean, after lockdowns went away, which I missed a lot. I hope we have one. Hope we have one for this election year. I'm rolling for a lockdown. I wonder how people will react to it. Who am I kidding? No fucking God. They'll go right in the house and hide under the table again. Yeah, I've kind of given up on thinking the masses are going to do anything that benefits themselves or in their own best interest. The Kang Graffiti War is, right now, it is in favor of the city. Yeah. Waikiki currently 1, Kang 0. Because the Kang's coming, they keep spray painting this. It's a new thing. It's with all these new people that moved in because of the pandemic that were brought here, because they would never get here under their own power. They're used to living in places where they make everything shitty, you know, but they won't allow that here because it's a tourist place. They want it to look nice. So while graffiti's popping up everywhere, A problem, again, we never had before. This place here is getting hit all the time, where they come at night and they do the whole thing, and they'll stay like that for a day or two, and then the city comes and paints it all again. It's been going on, I don't know, at least a solid year. And graffiti shows up in other places too, but they usually cover it up fairly quickly. They can't have it look like shit, and it's a psychological thing, you know. I mean, it's definitely tied to like the broken window theory, which of course is an alt-right idea. everything they don't like you to notice is an alt-right idea. But what it does is, in a nutshell, it's more comforting to have a place reflect what you think you are as a person. Like, if I make this look like absolute shit, no one's gonna say, hey, what are you doing here? It's basically it. Like broken window theory too, it's like if you have a building with a broken window, it attracts more negative attention. Like, people think they can like deal drugs in front of it or whatever, and that's absolutely true. I mean, you see it all the time. I see it here, you know, when a building like there's one that was on the news that they're having a lot of trouble with because whoever owns it hasn't been upkeeping it. It's a building along the LOI, more toward the convention center. It's just like this little building, I don't know what it was for, but it's small and it's just covered in graffiti. Because no one's upkeeping it, it's private property, the city doesn't do it. So like they've just made it into this shitty graffiti. It's not good graffiti, it's kind of graffiti, you know, like a lot of crowns, misspelled words. Just real low IQ shit, you know. And they had it on the news because it's like an eyesore. People don't like it, but it's absolutely that. Like if the place is too nice, they don't want to be asked like, what are you doing here? You know. That's absolutely what it is. I watched it happen in areas where I grew up, you know. But they're used to tagging things and people, you know, not cleaning it up because they're used to living in shitty areas. But this place ain't having it. And I love how frustrated they must be. I mean, how are we supposed to know who the king is? You know? It could be anybody. Yeah, I'm going to Ross. Yeah, I have to go into Ross because the way they put stuff out is it's kind of random. Like there's no shipping day like a lot of stores, like new stuff comes in. They just kind of put it out at random. So a lot of times, like, my OCD compels me to go in there to see what they have. I usually get something, but today I don't know. I didn't feel like carrying anything around. So here we are, heading up toward Kalakaua, the main drag. This street up here produces all the money for the entire island. This one street. Not just the island, for the whole chain, actually, the whole island chain. It's funded by this street up here. You would think it would be policed because of that, but if you ever want to get away from cops, for whatever reason, come up here. The street, this fucking area is like kryptonite to cops. The cop situation here is pretty fucked up. Some of them are cool, you know, but you know, there's a lot of corruption here. If you ever want to get some crazy Google results, type in Hawaii corruption. Just page after page after page of cases going on, of cases happening. Thank you. Cases happening or cases from the past, like people getting in trouble for like the building inspector getting, taking bribes and all kinds of crazy shit. Everyone at every level is running some kind of scam. None of my business, but I come from Massachusetts, where corruption's pretty bad. It has nothing on this state, though. This state's crazy with that stuff. I think a lot of it is just because they don't like America and they don't feel like they're part of it. So they kind of just do what they want. And it's very very gangsterish the way things are run. There are some good men here, and I've highlighted some of them that got dragged in public because of their Christian faith, which is what happens. It's that time in the timeline, maybe, where you're going to get a lot of heat for being a follower of Christ. Unless it's a little season, then, whatever. Yeah, that stuff's really in my mind. I've known about it, like I've heard about it now for a while, but I never looked into it seriously. I never heard the points about it, any of the bullet points, and listening to them, it's like, but then you think about it, right? Because something Understanding Conspiracy was saying, because this is a major deception, like the major of major deceptions. But he's got a conspiratorial mind, as I do, so I have to think, wait a minute, is this the deception? Are they trying to make us think we're not in the end times? That's a possibility too. The thing though is to not get caught up in all this kind of shit. Keep in mind, the spiritual war, regardless of the timeline or what time we're in or the circumstances of it or how true or not true it is, it's still something that's happening around you all the time right now, and that's the basis for the conflict in this whole place of all the spiritual stuff, is that conflict between God and the devil. Yeah, that's it. Like, that's all there is, and it's always going to be there, well, until the end of it. And that's something that's going on. So whether we're in that little season or not, whatever happens in the physical realm, that's one thing, because it's a physical realm thing, but the spiritual realm is always that struggle, trying to lead you away, trying to get you not to follow God, because when you do, they try to, everything is designed to kind of pull you away from it, the whole, everything here, everything in the physical is meant to kind of pull you in any direction away from God they can. You don't have to look very far to find the evidence of that. It seems to be in everything. Just ask Lewis Button, he'll tell you. Louis Button. It's funny, like these stores, like Christian Dior, and like they're just huge money. I mean, $10,000 handbags, and then right outside you'll have someone defecating on the street. That valley of have and have not. It's pretty crazy. It's always felt like that here. Like it's more extreme here than on the mainland because it's a controlled population. It's a little island. These social kind of problems get magnified in a place like this. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. A little showboaty, but it's alright. There you go. At least they're not like, there's other dudes here, newer residents, that do this thing where they ride bicycles or skateboards, and they try to fuck with traffic. Like they'll just like it's almost like they're trying. Well, they're trying to start shit with people, and often they will, you know. And they used to ride around here all the time unchecked, and then they stopped doing it. I don't know what happened. Maybe someone cracked down them or something. But yeah, it was all about just the cars would stop, right, because of a light, and then they'd be riding their bikes and like just about almost hitting the cars just to get attention. You know, those people want attention. When you don't have a lot going on in your brain, you become bored. Stupidity breeds boredom, and boredom breeds acting out like an idiot. Of course we're going into Longs, right? I was editing this video, and I didn't end it. I didn't get to an end. I think I thought I was going to do more. I've been kind of doing them in sections, or you know, experimenting with that, instead of doing one whole take. Because a lot of times, like, I'll do one whole take, and I'll say something that I know is not going to fly, so then the whole thing's ruined. I could punch in edits, but they always look and sound like shit, so I just truck it. So I figured if I do them in sections, you know what? Who gives a fuck? Yeah, why do I always go into it? So no one cares. So this is a couple days after that last footage, and in my one day into my 2-week ban for a content strike for hate speech, I didn't say anything. The video in question, I'm not even in. I just posted a clip of Israeli school children, and I guess they felt that they were spewing hate speech, and they kind of were. It's funny, the last 2 times I've got banned were for videos I'm not even in. It was videos about their people and them doing evil shit, and then saying, oh, this is evil, we can't have it on our... It's like, yeah, is it that, or you just not want people to see this shit? And I get it, it's their platform. And I don't mean their platform, excuse me, I don't mean their platform in this kind of nebulous, it's all connected to the beast kind of way, and big tech is therefore, and it is though, but specifically their people. They of course own all the media and indeed all these social media platforms. The things I get banned for are always stuff like that, or stuff on circumcision. You know, they don't like anyone when you talk about that. And with YouTube, I kind of forget, because I have such a small presence here, you know. I always kind of, I get into the idea that, oh, no one knows I'm here, I'm just doing my own thing, you know, with you guys. And I don't know why I can't get it through my head that I am watched. 5 bannings in a little over 3 years. I don't know. So the thing is that I have this other channel here, and I'm just thinking of moving everything over here. And because that other channel has, not only does it have 5 strikes over time, I also have a bunch of copyright shit from cars driving by in the background, playing music, some other stuff too. So I figure, you know, over here I don't have anything. It's like I had no problems with this account, so I might just, you know, start fresh here. The thing is, like, they don't, and this is true for all social media, they feel like they have something over you, because they're like, oh, we'll ban their account, and they'll lose all their followers and all their likes and whatever. And to me, I don't give a shit about that stuff. Never have. So it doesn't matter to me. I'll just fucking do my shit over here and, you know, whatever. Plus I didn't even have 300 on my regular one. after 3 years. It's funny though, if you look at the engagement, and you can see it on Social Blade. I've only been there a couple times because I don't want to be influenced by, look, it's a spike here. People watch this, they didn't watch that, and then I don't want that to affect what I do at all. I want to just do what I do. But yeah, my engagement was really crazy. I was like, when I didn't even have like 100 subscribers, I was getting a pretty crazy high view rate. Like the people that were subscribed there were showing up for everything all the time. The numbers are there. I mean, you can just see it. And they don't like that because I talk about stuff that, you know, they'd rather not have people talk about. It's not a personal thing. They don't know me. They just, there's just some subjects you really can't get away with talking about here. Although some people do. You know, some people in the, I guess you would call truth sphere, they have no problems. And that's because they're all fucking chills. I remember talking to, what's his channel there? A guy from Hawaii. What's the name of it? Corrupted by Truth, I think was his name. He still might have a channel, but he was constantly getting banned. And he used to point that out, like, these other people, they can do all this stuff and they don't get molested at all. So I was talking to him, like, how many, what's the percentage you think of people in the, what would be considered truth genre that are actual real guys? And he said, none. And he said, if they were real, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know them. They don't have any reach. They're kept frustrated to the point where they want them to just quit and give up. And a lot of people do. You know, a lot of people do. A lot of you guys here that have your own channels are in kind of the same boat I am. You know, very small reach. No matter how much you put out. But again, like, to me, that's not why I do this at all. Like, if it was the reason for doing this, I would be doing very different stuff. You know, I'd probably be just doing Duran Duran videos all the time because those are the ones people watch. And I wouldn't be uploading as much as I do. Which, you know, is really, I kind of try to do at least one a day. It's just because I feel like I don't know. It's like I feel like I need to do it. It's the way I can contribute. It's the way I can do my work for God. And also it's fun. It's like a creative kind of endeavor. I've always done stuff like that. Creative stuff, whether it was music or whatever. And usually anything I've done, I've always had to involve other people. Which is the worst part of it. Because if you don't have the right people, you know, you're going to have a bad time. So doing this, I could do it all by myself. And I don't have to, like, argue with anyone over anything. So yeah, I'm still going to do it. I'm not going to be discouraged by it. The channel I'll be able to upload there in another 2 weeks. But it's like, why stay on that one? You know, it's, I'm just on my target, right? So at least over here, I might be able to go like a year or two before they start coming after me over here. It's all good though. So yeah, I just wanted to end this one because I didn't forgot to do an ending. But I'll be back with some more exciting stuff, hopefully. We're home now. Well, I'm home now. I don't know about you. You can figure that stuff out for yourself. Don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.
It's time to mash mutants.